www.thepowertovisualize.com, www.visualizationpowerpackage.com. Welcome to the first step in changing your life forever. Within these pages lies information that I hope will leave you as astounded and inspired as it did me. You are about to embark on a journey that will open your eyes and mind to a world and natural laws that most of us are never shown or taught. Those who realize this power within them are the most self-confident, abundant and personally fulfilled people you will ever meet. People so strong, that nothing can disturb their peace. They think only of the best, work only for the best, and expect only the best. They forget the mistakes of the past and press on to the greater achievements of the future. They live in the faith that the whole universe is on their side, so long as they are true to the best that is in them. Now it is your time to be too large for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, and too happy to permit the presence of trouble. Welcome aboard. Now let's start your adventure. This ebook is part of the Visualization Power Package, a breakthrough, life-transforming collection of ebooks and audio visualizations, packaged together in one revolutionary program. Visit www.visualizationpowerpackage to get yours. And start living the life you were meant to live. You are here for a reason. You were led, through one avenue or another to this point so that you could take this information and incorporate it into your life. You are here because today is the day you are choosing to take control of your life. Today is the day you start creating the life of your dreams. Today is your introduction. An old Hindu legend says there was a time when men were gods. But they abused their divine powers so much that Brahma, the master of all gods, decided to take these powers away and hide them in a place where they would be impossible to find. All that remained was to find a suitable hiding place. A number of lesser gods were appointed to a council to deal with the issue. They suggested this: why not bury man's powers in the earth? To which Brahma replied, no, that will not do because man would dig deep and find it. So the gods said, in that case, we will send their divinity to the deepest depths of the ocean. But Brahma replied again, sooner or later man will explore the depths of the ocean and it is certain he will find it and bring it to the surface. So the lesser gods concluded, neither land nor sea is a place where man's divine powers will be safe, so we do not know where to hide it. At that moment Brahma exclaimed, this is what we will do with man's divinity. We will hide it deep within him because that is the only place he will not think to look. From then on, according to the legend, man searched the world over, he explored, climbed, dove, and dug in search of something that was inside himself the whole time. Visualization, what is it? The greatest discovery of my generation is that human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind. William James. A wonderful power has been put within your control, a power so strong it has the ability to transform your health, wealth, love, passion, life and future. All you have to do is understand, appreciate and recognize it. One method of consciously utilizing this omnipotent power is visualization. Vis interpunctu interpunctile interpunctize, visualates, to recall or form mental images or pictures, to make visual or visible, to form a mental image of, to make perceptible to the mind or imagination. We all possess more power and greater possibilities than we realize, and visualizing is one of the greatest of these powers. Visualization is the process of making mental images. These images will serve as the pattern from which your future will be sown. Your job is to make the images, or your pattern, clear, big and beautiful. Make it big. Make it really big. The only limitations are those that are set by you. There are no limits. Create it in your imagination. Make it clear and vibrant, hold it in your mind and you will gradually and constantly bring that ideal nearer to you. You are, ultimately, what you think about all day long. Does all this sound a little foreign to you? Does the thought of using your imagination and thoughts to mold and shape your future sound a little, well, crazy? Before you throw aside these thoughts and go back to your old way of thinking, stop. And realize that you cannot change your future by doing what you have always done. That includes thinking all those conventional thoughts you have been taught and raised to think. Come back, give it a chance, we promise you won't be disappointed. The first step in the visualization process is to see your ideal in its entirety, or idealization. It must be solid, firm and permanent because it is the plan on which you are going to build. Changing your mind, hopping all around in your ideals is not going to bring you the results you desire. Mental labor is necessary if you are serious about creating the life of your dreams. If at first you are unsure, or your vision seems to be a little hazy, don't worry, just focus on it daily until your picture becomes clear. There is no reason to hurry or anxiously try and speed things up. There will always be enough time, and besides, why rush? This is your life and future you're planning. Your vision may start out dim, but it will begin to take form, and more details will emerge. You will gradually develop the power by which you will be enabled to formulate plans that will eventually materialize in the objective world. When you visualize, then you materialize. When you have the picture in your mind, always and only think of the end result. The universe always knows the fastest, most harmonious way to your dreams. The universe does everything it does with zero effort. It doesn't see requests as bigger than another or smaller than another. Take a minute to visualize the next paragraph. After reading through, it may help to close your eyes. You have been transported to a snow-covered mountainside. Look around you at the beautiful, clean white powder, the snow-covered evergreens and pines, the large rocks and breathtaking view of the range around you. Breathe in the fresh, cold air, smell the pine, the sap, watch your breath in the air as you breathe out. Feel the cold on the end of your nose and the warmth of your heavy coat. Hear the crunch of the snow as you walk around and explore the area. You feel alive, well and refreshed, breathing in the clean cold air and filling your lungs with the openness that surrounds you. Did you find that exercise easy? Could you feel the cold on your nose, hear the crunch of the snow underfoot and sense the open and grandness of the mountain? Deeply experiencing every aspect of your visualizations is really important in the manifestation of your thoughts. You are today where your thoughts have brought you, you will be tomorrow where your thoughts take you. James L. Thinking through your ideal with colorful mental clarity is very important, but if you only do it once and expect your dreams to then unfold before you, I'm afraid you have it wrong. You must repeatedly hold your image in mind. You must build it firmly and securely in your mental world, or your world within, before it can take form in the world without. Concentrate on the things that you want, not on the things you don't want. Create perfect ideals only. Pay no attention to external conditions, make your world within beautiful and opulent, and the world around you will express and manifest the condition which you have within. You will realize your power to create ideals, and these ideals will be reflected in the world around you. Expect the things you want, don't expect the things you don't want. Those who always worry of lack and fear will be brought poverty, lack and every form of limitation they imagine. Your mind does not hear, I do not want to be poor, all it hears is the poor, so it thinks poverty must be what you want and works to bring you what you are asking for. Just as the law operates perfectly to bring about fear and limitation, it will certainly operate in the same way to bring about abundance and opulence for those who entertain thoughts of courage and power. For most of us this is very hard. We are anxious, and manifest anxiety, fear and distress. We want to do something, to help, to get our hands dirty and be shown proof that we have indeed set the universe in motion to bring us what we want. We are like a child who has just planted a seed and every 15 minutes goes and stirs up the earth to see if it is growing. By doing this, the seed will never germinate, yet this is exactly what many of us do in the mental world. The seed must be planted and left alone. This doesn't mean to sit and do nothing. New channels will be constantly provided and new doors will open. Keep your eyes and mind open to the new opportunities that will present themselves to you. Remember to trust, to let go, and let the seed germinate. The more you can trust in what you cannot see happening, the faster it will be brought forth to you. We can only see what already exists in the objective world, but what we visualize already exists in the spiritual world. This visualization is a substantial token of what will one day appear in the objective world if we are faithful to our ideal. Thought force is the most powerful means of obtaining knowledge, and if concentrated on any subject will solve the problem. Nothing is beyond the power of human comprehension, but in order to harness thought force and make it do your bidding, work is required. Remember that your thoughts are the fire that creates the steam that turns the wheel of fortune, upon which your experience is dependent, your future is based. You are a living magnet. What you attract into your life is in harmony with your dominant thoughts. Brain Tracy. Your world within. Your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind does not argue with you. It accepts what your conscious mind decrees. If you say, "I cannot afford it," your subconscious mind works to make it true. Select a better thought. Decree, "I'll buy it. I accept it in my mind." Dr. Joseph Murphy. The human brain is the most complex, powerful machine in the universe. If you were to write your brain's potential as expressed by the number of possible neural connections it could make, it would take you 75 years to write out all the zeros. That's the level of power and capacity you have at your disposal every moment of every day. This means that your potential to achieve what you want is essentially without limit. There is a world within, a world of thought and feeling and power, of light and life and beauty, and, although invisible, its forces are mighty. To get a better understanding of our world within, let's take a minute to differentiate between the conscious and subconscious minds. The conscious mind is the part of you that does the reasoning and thinking and decision-making in your everyday life. A powerful counterpart, but the more limited part of your mind. It sees and processes the world around you, or the world without. Your conscious mind has only a short-term memory of about 20 seconds, and the ability to manage only 1 to 3 events at a time. Your conscious brain has severely limited processing ability. If your conscious brain is a lot more limited than you realized, your subconscious brain is vastly more powerful than you have ever imagined. Your conscious brain loses focus every 6 to 10 seconds. Your subconscious brain never loses focus. Never. Not once. Not ever. Your subconscious mind is the much more spectacular and amazing part of your mind. The only limits it knows are the ones that you set. It functions in every single cell of your body, and it houses your self-image and habits. It is the connection to your world within. Your subconscious mind is the power center of your brain. Your conscious mind is what you use to define, articulate and set goals, but it's your subconscious mind that follows through with all the dozens, hundreds, or millions of actions necessary to achieve those goals. Your subconscious is where you plant the seed, where you transform your desires into beliefs. Once you've done this, there is no force in the world that can stop it from happening. If you look within, instead of around you, you absolutely cannot fail in making use of the mighty forces that will eventually determine your course in life and align you with all that is best, strongest and most desirable. You will always find the cause in the world within. By changing the cause you change the effect. The world within is governed by your mind. When you discover this world, you will find the solution for every problem, the cause for every effect. Because it is in your control, all laws of power and possession are also in your control. It is when you recognize the vast potential of this infinite source that it takes form in the world surrounding you. Find harmony in your world within, and it will be reflected in the life around you. Harmonious conditions, agreeable surroundings, the very best of everything. It is essential to all greatness, power, achievement and success. So how do we control this spiritual world within us? By controlling our thoughts, and determining how each and every experience affects us. Every thought is a cause and every condition an effect. So then, are you seeing how important it is that you control your thoughts? The possibilities of thought training are infinite, its consequence eternal, and yet few take the pains to direct their thinking into channels that will do them good, but instead leave it all to chance. Your subconscious mind makes up 5/6 of your brain mass and controls 96–98% of your perception and behavior. This part of your brain averages 400 billion actions per second by handling impulses that travel faster than 100,000 miles per hour. It sees in pictures and patterns, and it cannot tell truth from a lie, real from imagined. It believes as totally true every picture or image you send it. At any given moment, 10,000 trillion electrical and chemical actions and reactions are happening in your wonderful brain. Yes, you are a genius. Jonas Araf, having it all. If we did all the things we are capable of doing, we would literally astound ourselves. Thomas A. Edison. As amazing as your subconscious mind is, what it cannot do is equally as important as what it can. Your subconscious does not have the ability to reject a command or habit. It does not do the thinking. Its function is simply to carry out orders. Remember the Disney movie Aladdin? A genie appeared and told Aladdin he would grant him 3 wishes, all he had to do was ask. This isn't just for bedtime stories and make-believe. Your subconscious is your personal genie, at your beck and call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whether you are awake or asleep. Jonas Araf is one of my favorite authors in this exciting field of human potential, and I find his enthusiasm and hunger on the subject extremely contagious in all his books as well as his other projects. The following paragraph is taken from one of his books. It is one that I have found to be some of the most incredible and exciting information I have yet to come across. There is a truly magical part of your subconscious. It's the side of you that connects on a non-physical level with the entire universal intelligence and energy fields. There's no line separating these energy fields. There are millions of different frequencies of energy, and with your subconscious mind you can tap right into the source of all the supply. You know from physics that everything you see and cannot see is essentially energy, constantly in a state of motion and vibration. It's the energy and information you can't see that the subconscious can access. The intelligent energy in you is connected to all other energy fields and intelligence, and whatever you want to create in your life begins with desire and thought. Everything is energy. You are a living magnet. What you attract into your life is in harmony with your dominant thoughts. Brian Tracy. Everything is energy. You are an energy magnet, so you electrically energize everything to you and electronically energize yourself to everything you want. Everything you seek is already seeking you. Thought is energy. Active thought is active energy, concentrated thought is concentrated energy. Thought concentrated on a definite purpose becomes power. Your ability to receive and manifest this power depends on your ability to recognize the infinite energy that is you, constantly creating and recreating your body and mind. Everything, whether it is a company, a family, the pattern of your love life, or your physical reality, is energy. Everything is energy. This is not pseudoscience, it is science. People often refer to good energy and bad energy, and I am here to tell you there is no such thing. After all, can you actually qualify the energy that turns on a light bulb? Good energy or bad energy? Energy is simply energy, until it is patterned or directed to take form or action. It is what you do with that energy that makes the difference. Laura Day, How to Rule the World from Your Couch. You are a cosmic being. You are all power. You are the creator. Physically we are all energy, and everything within and around us is made up of energy. We are all part of one great energy field. Things we perceive to be solid and separate are in reality just various forms of our essential energy which is common to all. We are all one, even in a literal, physical sense. The energy is vibrating at different rates of speed, and thus has different qualities, from finer to denser. Thought is a quick, light, mobile form of energy. It manifests instantaneously, unlike the denser forms such as matter. When we create something, we always create it first in thought form. A thought or idea always precedes manifestation. Shakti Gyan, creative visualization. Once you know that everything is energy, that there is no absolute distinction between matter and energy, then the boundaries between the physical world and the world of your thoughts start to disappear. And start living the life you were meant to live. Use your imagination. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Albert Einstein. Your imagination is where every extraordinary achievement begins. Exercising your imagination to its fullest is your key to creating a magnificent life. Unfortunately, as we get older, most of us stop using this amazing creative power, tossing it aside, thinking it is only for children. This thought could not be more wrong. If you want to create the most wonderful life for yourself, you need to call on your inner child and get your head back in the clouds. Only now you know a secret you didn't know as a child. Once you have seen the vision in your imagination, you have all the tools you need to bring that daydream into reality. Your ability to imagine is perhaps your most powerful conscious gift. Imagination is the beginning of creation. You imagine what you desire, you will what you imagine, and at last you create what you will. George Bernard Shaw. All of the world's great men and women have used the power of imagination to create their successful lives. They have become great because they dared to imagine big, extraordinary achievements. They constantly pictured in their minds what they wanted, and the power within, given these pictures to work on, eventually brought them into being. One of the secrets of success, one of the methods of organizing victory, one of the accomplishments of the mastermind, he thinks big thoughts. The creative energies of the mind have no more difficulty handling large situations than small ones. Visualization is the technique of using your imagination in a systematic, structured way to create what you want. Of course, we all use our imagination constantly, usually in an unconscious, haphazard, or negative fashion. Worry, for example, is an extremely powerful image, and worried thoughts are always negative and destructive. Every time you fret about not getting the raise you want, possibly getting laid off, having a car accident, or not making your sales quota, you are programming your mind destructively. Since we have been taught so many negative concepts about ourselves, we automatically expect and imagine that we will have difficulties, limitations and misfortunes, thus bringing it into being. Properly direction, imagination is the key to the doorway to success, love, health, abundance, satisfying relationships, self-confidence and greater self-expression. All we need to do is become consciously aware of what we are creating, and change the programming if we don't like it. Mart Hayat, Mind Magic. Creating an ideal life depends upon the use of the most potent force in the world, your imagination. This imagery works because your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between something that is strongly imagined and something that is actually taking place in the physical world. A picture in your mind has an impact on every cell in your body. Thinking is not only an action of the mind, but an action of the entire body. When you visualize, or imagine something, you are literally creating a neural network or pattern within your brain that corresponds to what it is you want to achieve. You're creating the seed. No seed, no tree. You want a tree? Imagination and visualization is how you create the right seed. How and when to visualize. The only successful manifestation is one which brings about a change or growth in consciousness. David Spangle. Some psychologists are now claiming that 1 hour of visualization is worth 7 hours of physical effort. Visualization is one of the strongest tools in your success toolbox. Make sure you use it. Visualizing is not only a technique that you practice and dedicate to each day. Ultimately it is a state of consciousness. In this state of consciousness you deeply realize and understand that you are the continuous creator of your universe. There is no real lack or scarcity, there is nothing you have to try and achieve or attract, you contain the potential for everything right inside you. We are unlimited beings. We have no ceiling. The capabilities and the talents and the gifts and the power that is within every single individual on the planet is unlimited. Manifestation through visualization is the process of realizing and making visible on the physical plane our divine potential. The word visualize literally means to see in the mind. Visualizations are nothing more than images, sounds and feelings you create in your mind. To become conscious of this power is to become a live wire. The universe is the live wire. It carries power sufficient to meet every situation in the life of every individual. When the individual mind teaches the universal mind, it receives all of its power. Charles Haanel. As you use visualization, you will find that you become more and more attuned to and aware of your higher purpose. Notice the elements that tend to recur in your dreams, goals and fantasies, the particular qualities that are there in things you find yourself doing and creating. These are important clues to the underlying meaning and purpose of your life. In using visualization, you will find that your ability to manifest will work to the degree that you are in alignment with your higher purpose. If you try to manifest something and it doesn't seem to work, it may not be appropriate to the underlying pattern and meaning of your life. Be patient and keep tuning into your inner guidance. In retrospect, you will see that everything is unfolding perfectly. This is a time of great transformation on our planet. We all have a part to play, just by being willing to be our true, magnificent selves. Shakti Gyan, Creative Visualization. It is best to do your visualizations at roughly the same time every day, because your body is sensitive to its own rhythms. The ideal time for this practice is when you are a little tired and not too focused, such as right when you wake up or before you drift off to sleep. That half-awake half-asleep state when you don't have your conscious filters fully in place is the moment when your subconscious is most accessible and most open to the positive images you will show it. It is also ideal if you can practice your routine in the same place every day, a quiet, solitary place where you can be undisturbed and able to deeply relax. When your body and mind are deeply relaxed, your brain wave pattern actually changes and becomes slower. This deeper, slower level is commonly called the alpha level. The alpha level has been found to be a very healthful state of consciousness, because of its relaxing effect on mind and body. And, interestingly enough, it has been found to be far more effective than the more active beta level in creating real changes in the so-called objective world, through the use of visualization. Shakti Gyan, Creative Visualization. Don't stress about doing it right, or at the right times or place. The more you do it, the better results you'll see, but the point here is to do something. The keys to its effectiveness are clarity and consistency. Make your statement clear, vibrant, and vivid. Take as much time as you need to refine them until you are confident that they represent exactly what it is you want to achieve. Relax. Breathe in deeply, breathe out completely, and focus on your vision. Think of the details and create it any way you would like it to be. Have fun with this and remember to think big. As you repeat the process daily, maybe even twice a day, you will establish a routine for playing those materials back to yourself in such a way that their content sinks into your subconscious. As you repeat this process over time, the subconscious experience of these new pictures you're playing for yourself will become habits of thought, carving an entirely new set of neural pathways in your brain. Far beyond being simply wishful thoughts, nice ideas or hopeful goals, these new pictures will become ingrained in your subconscious as inevitable. John Assaraf, The Answer. Engage yourself in the process every day. If you maintain clarity and consistency, you will get results, and over time, the results will astonish you. We come this way but once. We can either tiptoe through life and hope that we get to death without being too badly bruised, or we can live a full, complete life achieving our goals and realizing our wildest dreams. Bob Proctor. Visualize to heal. None of us can change our yesterdays, but all of us can change our tomorrows. Colin Powell. To look upon the appearance of disease will produce the form of disease in your own mind, and ultimately in your body, unless you hold the thought of truth, which is that there is no disease, it is only an appearance, and the reality is health. You have a mind body and a physical body. The mind body takes form just as you think of yourself, and any thought which you hold continuously is made visible by the transformation of the physical body into its image. Implanting the thought of perfect functioning in the mind body will, in due time, cause perfect functioning in the physical body. Visualization is one of the most important tools you have for creating and maintaining good health. You must create positive thoughts and images to communicate with your body instead of negative, constrictive, sickening thoughts. If you are willing to recognize and look deeply into your feelings and beliefs, you can often find healing on all levels. If you are suffering physically in some way, it is a message that there is something to be looked at within our consciousness, something to be recognized, acknowledged and healed. Visualization is an effective tool for healing because it goes straight to our source of the problem, your mental concepts and images. Begin to picture yourself in good health, see your problem as completely healed and cured. Just as you can use pictures to communicate with someone who doesn't speak your language, you can use pictures, in the form of visualization, to communicate with your brain. Symbols and pictures are the universal language that everyone understands. It's no different communicating to your own body. If you create a visual image of exactly how you want to look, you're basically programming yourself to look that way. You're talking to your subconscious mind, saying I want to be thin. I need to be thin. John Gabriel is creator and author of the Gabriel Method, a revolutionary new diet-free way to get fit by getting your body to want to be thin. He lost over 220 pounds without dieting and surgery. His life story is one that I have personally found to be extremely inspiring and innovative in the field and study of human consciousness in weight loss. Changing wrong thinking is not going to happen by making a conscious effort or by an act of will. You have to enter a state of awareness in which you can actually make the appropriate changes and have them stay with you for life. I call this particular state of awareness, Super Mental Awareness Re-Education Training Mode, or SMART mode. When you are in SMART mode, you become a super learning machine. When the mind is racing, there are too many thought waves distorting the image. Therefore, practicing visualization while you are in SMART mode is the key to success. By visualizing your ideal body in SMART mode, you are manifesting that body. You are creating the body of your dreams. I am a living proof that this is true. The body that I have now is exactly the body that I visualized while I was losing weight. I don't believe this is a coincidence. It wasn't that I just lost weight, I now look exactly the way I pictured myself looking. When I weighed over 400 pounds, anyone seeing the picture of how I imagined myself looking would have laughed and said I was dreaming. Which of course I was. John Gabriel, The Gabriel Method. Learn more about John and his book, The Gabriel Method. As John shows us, there are absolutely no limits to what your thoughts can do for you. We can understand then, something of the power the mind possesses over the body. The influence of your mind can be exerted upon any part of the body, causing the elimination of any undesirable effect. If there is any physical condition which it is necessary to change, the law governing visualization will be found effective. Thousands have overcome and destroyed all manner of ordinary physical disturbances by this method in a few days, sometimes a few minutes. Every cell in your body is intelligent and will respond to your direction. The cells are all creators and will create the exact pattern you give them. When perfect images are put in the mind, the energies will build a perfect body. The way to health is founded on the natural law of vibration. which is the basis of all science, and this law is brought into operation by the mind, or our world within. It is a matter of individual effort and practice. Our world of power is within, so if we are wise we will not waste time and effort dealing with the effects we find in the world without, because this is only an external reflection. Listening to audio visualizations alongside your daily visualization routine is a very powerful combination that together will completely transform your body and mind practically overnight. Get your audio and sleep visualizations to accompany this book and complete your transformation at www.visualizationpowerpackage.com. Visualize abundance and wealth. There is a science of getting rich, and it is an exact science, like algebra or arithmetic. There are certain laws which govern the process of acquiring riches, and once these laws are learned and obeyed by anyone, that person will get rich with mathematical certainty. Wallace Wattles. The spiritual substance from which comes all visible wealth is never depleted. It is right with you all the time and responds to your faith in it and your demands on it. Think wealth. What exactly is money? It's an idea, and ideas are nothing more than electromagnetic energy. And as you should know by now, if you understand the natural law of attraction, you can understand the law of attracting money. Most people believe that wealth is the result of years of hard work and careful saving, unless one has inherited a fortune. This is a delusion. Reprogramming your ideas about money will attract it to you far more quickly than working a 12-hour day and diligently saving every nickel. The road to riches is paved with strong, positive ideas, held constantly in the mind, eventually attracting an abundance of money into your life. Accumulating wealth is the result of an attitude, and not the outcome of hard labor, thus, changing your attitude is the key to becoming rich. You are capable of earning any amount of income you truly want to earn. Income is exactly like the sunshine, air, water and minerals that come to an acorn to grow an oak tree. It is available all around you, in abundance. How much you draw all begins with the seed you plant. Every possibility already exists. What you want in life is something that arises in you from the infinite ocean of intelligence that is the source of all energy and matter. Your desires are an expression of the universe seeking realization and manifestation through the unique vehicle that is you. If your social conditioning tells you that your desires are somehow unworthy, don't believe it. Don't be intimidated or skeptical of your true desires, acknowledge them, honor them. They come from the stars. John Assaraf, The Answer. It is very important to develop a sense of prosperity, or consciously taking the point of view that the universe is abundant and life is actually trying to bring us what our hearts and souls truly desire. There is more than enough to go around for every being on earth. To think that there isn't enough is entirely false. The universe is a place of great abundance and we are all meant to be naturally prosperous, both in material and spiritual wealth. You must begin to understand, therefore, that the present state of your bank account, your sales, your health, your social life, your position at work, etc., is nothing more than the physical manifestation of your previous thinking. If you sincerely wish to change or improve your results in the physical world, you must change your thoughts, and you must change them immediately. Bob Proctor. There is nothing wrong in wanting to get rich. The desire for riches is really the desire for a richer, fuller, and more abundant life, and that desire is praiseworthy. The man who does not desire to live more abundantly is abnormal. And so the man who does not desire to have enough money to buy all he wants is abnormal. Remember to include money in your daily visualizations, seeing all your financial goals as already accomplished. See images that affirm your desired level of income such as paychecks, rent checks, royalty checks, dividend statements and people handling your cash. See images of your ideal bank statements, stock reports and real estate portfolios. See images of the things you would be able to buy, do and contribute to if you had already met all of your financial goals. Remember to add in the feeling of appreciation and gratitude for already having these things. This feeling of abundance is part of what will actually attract more abundance to you. Jack Canfield, The Success Principles. To look upon the appearances of poverty will produce corresponding forms in your own mind, unless you hold to the truth that there is no poverty, there is only abundance. To think of riches when in the midst of poverty requires power, but he who acquires this power becomes a master 1001st. He can conquer fate. He can have whatever he wants. This power can only be acquired by getting hold of the basic fact which is behind all appearances, and that fact is that there is one thinking substance, from which and by which all things are made. When we realize this, we lose all doubt and fear, for we know that we can create what we want to create, we can get what we want to have, and can become what we want to be. As a first step towards getting rich, you must believe these three fundamental statements. There is a thinking substance from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates, penetrates and fills the interspaces of the universe. A thought, in this substance, produces the thing that is imagined. Man can form things in his thought, and, by impressing his thought upon formless substance, can cause the thing he thinks about to be created. You must lay aside all other concepts, and dwell upon this until it is fixed in your mind. If a doubt comes to you, cast it aside. Do not ask why these things are true, nor speculate as to how they can be true, simply take them on trust. The process of getting rich begins with the absolute acceptance of this faith. Listening to audio visualizations alongside your daily visualization routine is a very powerful combination that can bring about amazing results fast. Get the audio and sleep visualizations to use alongside this book at www.visualizationpowerpackage.com. Start creating the life of your dreams. The greater danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that it is too low and we reach it. Michelangelo. You are here for a reason. You were led, through one avenue or another to this point so that you could take this information and incorporate it into your life. You are here because today is the day you are choosing to take control of your life. Today is the day you start creating the life of your dreams. Today is your destiny. If you are going to succeed in creating the life of your dreams, taking all the information I've given you in this book and applying it to your everyday isn't going to be enough. So many people go through the steps, doing everything just exactly how we've outlined, and still fail. They give up and go back to their life of reflections, trying to change the effects around them instead of the source within them. If you are ready to break through and succeed, then you must believe, truly and deeply, that you are capable of making it happen. You have to believe in yourself. Call it self-esteem, self-confidence or self-assurance, but it is a deep-seated belief that you have what it takes, the abilities, inner resources, talents and skills to create your desired results. You have to believe in yourself when no one else does. That's what makes you a winner. Venus Williams. More than likely you are reading this book to know how you get from where you are now to that magnificent place where you want to be. Create a grand vision, do not limit it in any way. One of the few differences between the superachievers and the rest of the world is that the superachievers simply dream bigger. Believe the world is a place where amazing things happen, where anything is possible and that you have an important part in creating it. Create your future from your future, not your past. Werner Erhard. Get clear on the W hat and don't worry about the how. You can be anything you want to be, if only you believe with sufficient conviction and act in accordance with your faith, for whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. Napoleon Hill. The universe always knows the fastest and most harmonious way to your dreams. Final thoughts. The possibilities of attention when properly directed are so startling that they would hardly appear credible to the uninitiated. The cultivation of attention is the distinguishing characteristic of every successful man or woman, and is the very highest personal accomplishment which can be acquired. Visualization is magic in the truest and highest meaning of the word. What at first might seem amazing or impossible becomes perfectly understandable once you learn and practice with the underlying concepts involved. It may seem that you are working miracles in your life. And you truly will be. Book references. The books referenced below have moved me in such a way that I felt inclusion of some of their writing was imperative to this e-book, and to your understanding of this amazing mind power we all hold within us. Creative Visualization, Shakti Gaon. Having It All, John Assaraf. How to Rule the World from Your Couch, Laura Day. Mind Magic, Marta Hayat, Ph.D. The Answer, John Assaraf. The Gabriel Method, John Gabriel. The Success Principles, Jack Canfield. ThePowerToVisualize.com presents its new sister site, www.visualizationpowerpackage.com. This revolutionary and life-transforming package will put you on the fast track to realizing the unbelievable power of your mind when constructively put into action. You can stay put, exactly where you are today. Or you can take control of your life and start living your dreams. This amazing package includes The Power to Visualize ebook, the most extraordinary tool you have to change your life. The Power to Visualize notes, quotes and thoughts, 101 empowering reminders that you have a say in your destiny. The Power to Visualize audio visualizations, Volume 1, Wealth and Abundance, Purpose and Passion, Health and Beauty and Living Creatively. The Power to Visualize sleep visualizations, Volume 1, Wealth and Abundance, Purpose and Passion, Health and Beauty and Living Creatively. Get yours today.